Hi guys, Heather here again, and I'm ready to show you the first of the recipes that I'm going to make from the wonderful ingredients in my food box that I got from the Cornish Food Box Company this morning. And I've decided to go with rhubarb because it was just staring at me from the box and just looked so delicious. I needed to have it to eat tonight, so that's what we're going to do. So we're going to make roasted rhubarb today. Rhubarb, actually thought of as being a fruit, is in fact a vegetable, so it's a pudding that you can feel quite guilt-free having. It's very, very low in sugar, it's quite tart, as you probably know. Really, really great properties with it. So we're going to get on with it and I'll tell you a little bit more about that. So we're going to start off with our rhubarb, about 400 grams, which was 4 sticks of rhubarb, exactly the amount that I had in my box today. And I just washed it, trimmed off the ends, and then chopped it into just rough chunks. Doesn't matter what sort of size, whatever you fancy, big ones, small ones, whatever. Okay, put those aside. We're also going to use my favourite vanilla extract, again 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract and 1/4 cup of honey. Now I'm using local honey. In fact, this is really local honey because this comes from the bees that live in my garden, so you can't get much more local than that. It's available at Cornish Food Box Company. They sell all sorts of local honeys from around the county, so if you can get some that's really, really local to you, the more local to you the better, because that's going to have all the immunity against the pollens and things that are actually growing around you. So try and get some of that as well. So we've got 1/4 cup of that. And you're also going to need an orange. Not particularly local, don't know many places around here that grow oranges, but necessary for this particular recipe. But that's the only thing that we've got that isn't local, so I think we'll let that one slide. So what we're going to do, take our rhubarb and add it into our pot. Very simple. We're going to slice carefully without cutting myself on camera, and just squeeze over the orange juice into that. Now this is going to add even more vitamin C to the rhubarb, which is absolutely packed with vitamin C, so it's incredibly good for your immune system, and it's going to help you fight off any bugs and colds and things. It's also really high in calcium. I know, random, isn't it, really, a vegetable that's high in calcium, but it is very, very high in calcium and high in fibre, so it's good for your digestive system as well. Also, really high in vitamin K, which is excellent news if you don't want to get diabetes, or if you've got diabetes and you're looking to help to level your blood sugars and balance out those and increase your sensitivity to insulin. Vitamin K is really important. So it's a bit of a superfood as well as being yummy and local. We're going to also use a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Now I'm just going to use the lid of this because I'm lazy and I haven't got a spoon out. I'm just going to put that around. Okay. And I will get a spoon now. And add in my honey. It's going to drizzle that over. Now before I did this, I preheated the oven to 180 degrees. I don't know what that is in gas. I don't have gas, so I don't know. So whatever that would be in gas, you'd need to do that as well. And this is so simple and so quick. We just add all of that in, get as much as we can in. Now my local honey here is really super sweet and very fragrant, so you don't need masses of it, even though the rhubarb is really quite tart. And we're just going to mix that all together. Really, really simply, get it all covered in the lovely honey and the orange juice. Now all you have to do with that now is chuck it in the oven for about 30 to 40 minutes until it's really nicely roasted down. You may want to turn it once, possibly twice during that time, but you know, you don't need to play around with it too much. And then you can bring it out. You can either serve it warm or you can serve it cold. You could serve it with, you know, Greek yogurt or whatever you fancy really. What I'm going to do with it tonight, I'm not really having any dairy. If you're trying to stick to dairy free, is I'm going to grind up some almonds and some cashew nuts and some seeds, and I'm going to sprinkle that over the top in a really clean crumble kind of way. So yeah, there's your rhubarb, roasted rhubarb before it's been roasted. Very simple. Hope you're going to give that a try, and I'd love to hear how you get on with it. And I look forward to seeing you next time. And hey presto, 40 minutes later, here is your finished product, which is your roasted rhubarb with honey, orange and vanilla. And that's going to be lovely with a dollop of Greek yogurt, or served on top of some porridge. However you want to serve it will be great. Do keep an eye on it in the oven. If you've got a fan oven, you may want to reduce the temperature a bit, and just keep checking on it. You don't want to overcook it and burn it.